The countries today I'm going to talk about will be Bolivia, Egypt, and Czech Republic. The two indicators I decided to go with are life expectancy, which is the number of years remaining in the life of an individual or class of persons determined but statistically, affected by such factors as heredity, physical condition, nutrition, and occupation. And on the bottom I chose income per person, which is the income of the people in an economic unit such as country or city. I wanted to explore how the low income would affect the life expectancy in the country and how historical events affected all these factors starting from 1800s till 2013 by using an application called Gapminder. So the first country I'm going to talk about will be the less developed country, Bolivia. So as we can see, it starts off with a life expectancy of 33 years and income $900 per person. Let's hit play. So for about 20 years, nothing has happened in Bolivia. So as we can see, only starting in 1821, something started happening. So as we can see that in 1821, we see a shift to the right in terms of income per person, meaning that it started increasing. However, the life expectancy stays the same all over the time. Let's just stop right here. So in the middle of 19th century, starting from 1831, so it's right here, 31, till 1856, we, the moderate increase took place of income during these years, which was caused by a new mining era which had begun, and the production began climbing dramatically, causing the income rise. So as you can see, after that, the income started continuously rising, which was almost 1,500 per person, even reaching 1,600, even 1,700 per person, meaning that the infrastructure in the country began climbing dramatically, and people and government started spending more money on people, meaning that also other things like healthcare started improving in the country. However, let's stop right here. In the 1917, the income was $2,220 per person. However, a year later, we can see there was a drop in terms of life expectancy, which you can see it's 29 years, which was caused by due post-war conditions, plus the Spanish flu, which has occurred during World War I, which killed a lot of people. However, a year later, it went back to track, and surprisingly, as you can see, the income continued rising. And in 1940, let me just stop here. In 1940, the income rose by $530 compared to 1970. And in the 1941, the shift started going up, causing life expectancy and income parallel to increase. Let's hit play. From 1954 till 1961, as you can see, decrease in income has occurred, losing almost $800 compared to 1952, which was the highest peak at that moment, which was caused by mostly presidential elections at that time. So as we hit play, we can see that in 1960s the shift precipitously went to the right, causing both indicators to go up as well till 1978. Later on, as we hit play, we can see that the shift started zigzagging to the left and to the right, making income unstable. Income per person can be occurred by healthcare, standard of living, and production of food, which according to statistics is pretty developed for such country like Bolivia. And as you can see, by 2013, the income rose pretty rapidly. And as you can see, the income was $5,900 per person and life expectancy of 67 years. Let's go on to our second country. Let me just get rid of this one. Yes. So I'll start off at 1820s because nothing has happened in Egypt before that. So let me just tell you that as you can see, it starts off with life expectancy of 33 years and income $1,300 per person. And let me just state you that Egypt is the between medium and less economically developed countries. So let's see what happens. As you can see that the income started rising. However, it wasn't that rapid as it was in Bolivia. However, it continued rising, but life expectancy stayed the same. Also, thousands almost reached 1,800, almost 900, and it continued like that for the whole 19th century. However, let's just wait for a few years. The same thing struck Egypt as well as Bolivia. In 1917, the income was $2,500 per person. Year later, the life expectancy dropped from 33 years to 25 years due to post-war conditions plus Spanish flu. Year later, as well as Bolivia, it went back to its track. And let me stop right here. So, as it went back to its stable form and stayed like that for 10 years, and in 1929, and let me hit play, you'll see starting in 29 and finishing up in 1948 right here, we can see that the shift was going up and down in terms of life expectancy due to a lot of battles in which Egypt was involved throughout the year, such as campaigns and battles for the land, which could affect the life expectancy due to a lot of losses in the army, plus the war against Israel. So starting in 1950, not only life expectancy kept rising, but also income started rising as well. So as you can see, by 2000, so throughout 50 years, we can see a big vertical shift to the right. As you shift to the right, meaning that the both indicators also started increasing. And the 20th century finished up by income per person $8,150 and the life expectancy of 69 years. This statistic shows that healthcare, standard of living, food production started already improving a long time ago, which also affected life expectancy in the country. However, as you know, Egypt is mostly well known for its healthcare, which was pretty good in the 19th or even long time ago during that centuries. So the highest peak in terms of income was in 2010. In 2010, let me just hit right here. Oops. 2010, which was 10,000, let's say $700 per person. And the highest life expectancy was in 2013 with 71 years. And let's move on to our last country, which is the Czech Republic. Starting also at 1820s because nothing has occurred before that. So Czech Republic is the high economically developed country. So as you can see in the beginning of 19th century, the income was $1,900 per person and life expectancy of 35 years, which was pretty low. However, 35 years, they allude us to the low quality of healthcare and other economical indicators. And like that, for 78 years, life expectancy didn't change, as you will see later. However, the income was rising, and by 1894, let's just wait for the date. However, you see the income is rising, which is pretty rapidly, to be honest. So, yeah, sorry. So, 1894, right here. So, in 1984, the income was $3,600 per person. And as you can see, that taking under the consideration that at that time it was Austria-Hungary, the income continued growing up. However, as soon as they're getting closer to the 19, you will see the small shift to the left. As you can see, the small shift to the left appears, causing decrease in income. And in 1918, the same thing happens to Czech Republic as well as Bolivia and Egypt. Life expectancy drops from 49 years to 36 years, which were also caused by due post-war conditions and as well as Spanish flu. However, a year later, it rapidly came back to its spot, plus the income right here. The income was not able to take care of the people due to shortages of food. Starting from 1929, you will see the shift to the left, which means that income started decreasing. So it was due to shortage of food, no healthcare, and low quality of living. After the World War One, the income started rising. It was at this part, as well as the life expectancy. But during the World War Two, as I hit play, you'll see that during the World War Two, right here, the life expectancy dropped down from 59 years to 45 years at the end of the war. But surprisingly, as you can see, as I hit play, the income went up by a few dollars. After that life, due to a lot of income after the war, the life expectancy went up as well. And at the end of 20th century, right here, oh sorry, it was the 1960s. Yeah. So you see the income is rising. As you can see, there were shifts between the life expectancy in Czech Republic due to other historical events um, such as like after post-war conditions. Maybe at that time it was Czechoslovakia, so probably that was also one of the reasons why the life expectancy was going up and down. So, so the life expectancy went up at the end of the 20th century. The highest income was $20,000, which was right here. Yeah. So it was in 1989, which was $20,000, and life expectancy was 75 years. However, throughout the century, the shift of income was going left and right. However, the average of life expectancy was 72 years, which shows the quality of living and healthcare system in the country. And as we hit play, in the 21st century, the highest peak of income was in 2008, which was $27,500 per person, and life expectancy of 78 years in 2013. So overall, the evidence suggests that the level of national income is important to longevity, but that how it is distributed among the population doesn't matter, at least in high income countries. Government, no matter how large it gets or how much it engages in income redistribution, appears to contribute to longevity in developed countries.